Yo, what is up, Loafers? This is Nanobread, and welcome back to another video of Stardew Every Day. Ooh, bad luck day today, so I'll probably just go fishing again. That way I can make some more money. I'm only at 8k right now, especially after buying the advanced rod, so it'll probably just be a good thing to do anyway. The sturgeons are so damn greedy. They need a diamond. Good thing I have multiple. Like, how are they gonna like eat that? Or is that just gonna like sit in there now? I'm just gonna choose not to question it that much. It doesn't really make sense what they ask for, so. Pet the cat. So I do just want to very quickly apologize for not uploading yesterday. If you guys didn't see, I said on my most recent community post that I didn't have time to record just because I was out really late and I wasn't able to come back home until like early morning, so there just wasn't any time, and I did have a long work shift today as I'm recording this, so I just didn't feel like it would be best for me to record. Also just because I don't think it would be the best content for you guys to watch. I know that most of what I'm saying like already is pretty nonsensical, and I know, you know, for some of you that is why you're here, and I do appreciate that, but I still want to produce like quality content that I'm okay with, and I don't think I would have been okay with that. But I am back now, and I am recording this, and luckily my work day wasn't as long as it was supposed to be. Well, luckily and unluckily, because that means I didn't get to work as many hours as maybe I would have liked to, but ultimately that's fine, just because now I get to be at home, I get to enjoy like playing video games or whatever. So I mean, with all negatives, there is some positives to it, so I'm just trying to see it right now. I don't know if my coworkers would ever like find my channel or anything unless I bring it up to them, but I was a little sad that I had to leave just because I was working with my favorite coworkers. They are really a breath of fresh air from where I used to come from, my previous workplace, and I'm not saying that everyone at that previous workplace was bad, but the whole environment, I guess in general, was just kind of not good. So the fact that this is like such a 180 for me. So, and they're all really cool people. I love them all. So if you guys do somehow find this, I don't know how you would. Well, shout out to you guys. It also means that I work less hours. So, you know, I'm got one less hour, so that's I think $20 less than what I would normally get on my paycheck, so that also sucks. I know for some of you out there, you're thinking like, oh, $20, that's like nothing, and I used to be one of those people too, and I low-key I still kind of am. There's times where I'm just like, oh, you know, if someone wants to spend $20, they should, because $20 is just an hour of work in most places. But then, now that I'm actually working it, you realize, oh, well, if I don't work that hour, then that is just $20 that I don't have now. Also, I did see that recently, at least, I am appearing on people's suggested videos again. So YouTube, thank you so much for believing me once again. Although, with that being said, I don't know how much they're going to like me again since I took a one-day break. I'm honestly not sure like what YouTube looks for still, because I mean, when I first started, I did an entire month of posting straight, so of course they're really gonna like that and promote me. But then I did have the little break because I went back home and I was trying to get used to working my new job. And then for a hot minute after I started posting again, they didn't put me in people suggested videos, which again I did get, but now I'm back on people suggested videos, at least as of my last video, which I'm really thankful for. But I'm just so confused on what happened, because I don't know, like I think I posted for more than a week now, and I think maybe YouTube just wants to see any form of consistency. Here's another grape. I'm pretty sure you like salmon berries better than grapes, but I don't know. Oh, wow, there's another one. Oh, that was better quality. I could have given that to him. He would have liked me more. Oh yeah, and speaking of like why I came back home so late, it's because I went out with some friends. If you guys watched the last video, I was saying how I would be at a Friendsmas, and it was really fun. I had a blast the entire day. We hung out from 12 p.m. until like 1 something a.m. And that's like when we stopped and I had to drive everyone home. And man, that I wanted to like keep living that day. I didn't want it to end, just because, you know, it was fun. We exchanged gifts. I don't have the gifts on me right now. The gift that I ended up receiving was a portable speaker and a support pickle, which some of the lines that the support pickle tells you are like pickle like themed jokes, or they're just like general life lessons, and I thought that was so funny. And the fact that that thing was worth $10 to $12 made it even better. And the speaker itself wasn't bad. We had a $50 limit, so that meant the speaker was like $40-ish. It's lacking in like the bass department, but just as a general speaker, it's pretty loud, and it works just like fine. So I can't complain too much about it. I'm really thankful for it. And after we exchanged gifts, we ate food. I brought my cookies. They really liked both the chocolate chip and the coffee cookies. An update about the coffee cookies, because when I made that last video, I didn't cook them yet. They were a tiny bit underbaked, so it was still like kind of that dark color when you initially make the coffee cookie batter. It wasn't raw, so I'm not trying to give them salmonella or anything, but you could tell that it was a little underdone. But in terms of taste, it was really good. I changed the initial recipe because they put, I think, like 2 tablespoons of the instant coffee powder, and I didn't think that was enough because I'm a huge fan of coffee. So I decided to add in 1 extra tablespoon of coffee powder. But with that, I also added in some extra water. So it did change the recipe a little bit, so it probably affected my cook time, and it's just now something I know for the future. And I'm not sure if I'd use that same coffee cookie recipe again, just because I think when I made coffee cookies before, I was able to just use the powder in of itself. But this time I had to like melt it down with some warm water and then pour it in. I don't know if I'm just like making it up in my head and I thought that I did that, but I'm pretty sure that's something I did before. So maybe I'll find a recipe that's like that. And if I can't find one, I'd always just go back to the one that I did make, because it was good. Like, it tasted perfectly fine for a coffee cookie. I could have just did a better job of cooking the actual cookie itself. Besides that, other things that we brought, my girlfriend, she brought the drinks and some dessert. She bought like a cookies and cream ice cream bar, which I didn't get to try because I didn't really feel like eating too many sweets, especially since I just brought cookies. And she also provided the drinks. She brought apple juice and an Arizona green tea, which was decimated in like an hour. Then the person that was like hosting us, he made some marinated short ribs, and it did taste really good. He was worried that it tasted too much like soy sauce, but I didn't think so. It wasn't overly salty or anything. He did say that he forgot to get pears to cut down on it, like the sweetness, and help, not sweetness, the saltiness, and then it also helped like break things down when it's marinating. And yeah, I guess so, but in general, the food that he cooked was still pretty good, so I can't really complain too much about it. Another one brought dino nuggies. Not dino nuggies, chicken nuggies. And It was good. It was a Target brand. It low-key tasted like that fried shrimp that you get. So, I don't know. It was good, especially for being store-bought and something that is like instantly made. And then my other friend, she brought something from Costco. It was the mac and cheese, which if you ever had it, it is pretty good. But since I'm lactose intolerant, it probably wasn't the best decision for me to eat so much of it. Let's just say I went to the toilet a decent amount that day, both at my friend's place back home and where we went out for dinner. But would I do it again? Yes, I would. I do not regret my choices when it comes to eating cheese. So after that, we literally played board games for the entire day. And man, I really want more days like that. Because we played a variety of games, and to me, they weren't that new because they were all games that either I've played before or games that at least like I read the instructions to explain to some of the other people, because that's usually my role when I play board games. Since I do play so many of them, I'm just like, I guess, more familiar with what goes on in some board games. So the role of explaining it, if it's like a huge set of rules, usually falls on me, which I don't mind. As long as you play a board game with me, I will do whatever you need me to keep you engaged. Whether it's me being patient with you, like during your turns, whether you want to ask me a million questions about the game and what you can and can't do. Like, I will do everything in my power to make sure you enjoy playing the game and that you would hopefully want to play it again in the future. I'm always trying to convert people to playing it. So some of the games that we did play were Horrified, the American Monsters Edition. If you guys don't know what Horrified is, it's basically a co-op game where you go up against any number from like 2 to 4 monsters, depending on what difficulty you want to play on. And you have to defeat the monsters in like a certain amount of turns or before like a certain amount of people die. So it was the first time that as a group we played like a true co-op game. Most of the times when we do play, it's usually we're competing straight off the bat, or it's like Betrayal, where at first you work together and then one person is the traitor, so they're no longer like working with you and you're going against them. But this is the first time where we were all truly working together as a team, and it was a lot of fun. We did succeed. It looked a little scary at first because we initially died like 3 out of the 6 times that we were allowed to die. But we got our shit together and we were able to accomplish the rest of the monsters without like any hitches. After that, we played a classic game, Uno. Except the version that we played was the Minion version. The only difference is that there's a wild card in there that makes you do stupid poses, or you draw 4 cards. And let's just say that we all were not willing to do stupid poses, so we all drew 4 cards. After that, we played Sabotage with the 2 expansions, their Matcha one and the Taste Tea expansion. It's a game where you want to have 5 completed drinks and or food sets. For drinks, you need the tea base, a flavor for it, and a topping. You can have either fruit or milk flavor, and then there are corresponding topics that work for each flavoring. And then food counts as like basically a whole drink. So as long as you get 5 of them, then you win the game. Now it sounds really easy, but it is a lot more complicated than that, and you are competing against everyone else to get there first. So it definitely adds some stress to it. Then we played a game that my friend actually had that I had been eyeing for so long, but I never got because I wanted a good deal with the base game and the 2 expansions that came with it. It's called Here to Slay. Basically, it is a game, a competitive game that is like, I think 2 to 6 players, and the goal of the game is to either collect all 6 classes into your party, or you defeat 3 monsters. Now, it sounds simple enough, but again, you're all targeting each other, and there's also modifiers Of course, the game is all about dice rolls, so the modifiers are really, really annoying, and you can just keep stacking them, and the game goes on forever, but in a fun way. We ended up playing that one basically until it was time to leave, and I don't know. I really wish we had more of these nights. It just does suck that most of them are still in college, and then my girlfriend and I, we are like at least an hour away from them, so we can't do it too often, but I definitely want to ask them more to see if they would want to keep having those kinds of days. So I guess in a sense it was like one of my more recent, like, I guess, perfect days that you can really have. You know, you spend it with people that you love and care about, and you're just having fun, you know? It's not like a party necessarily, because there's so little of us, but I don't know, I feel like I would have a lot more fun with a social gathering of just them than if I had like 20 people there or something. Let me know down in the comments some fun experiences that you guys have had recently. I know like Christmas is past, but did you guys do anything for Christmas? Did you have your own Friendsmas? Literally anything. I want to hear from you guys. And I hope that I can keep staying on people's suggested videos. And if you guys like my content, please feel free to subscribe and share my content with your friends or anyone else that you think might like my content. So with that, we've come to the end of another video of Stardew Every Day. If you guys want me to talk about anything or interact with you in the comments, please leave something down below, and maybe I'll even talk about it in next video. Alright, with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I wish you guys a good night, Loafers.